Hello, this is Adam Evermiller with ATuts.com, and today we're going to be just doing a really quick tip about having control of your particle emitters. Now, by default, when you think of particle emitter, you think of particular, so let's just really quick show what particular can do. Go in, apply particular to a new solid, and then my favorite, actually it's probably one of my favorite things about this, if you create a new light and call it emitter, you can go into particular and change the emitter from point to lights. So now, P position keyframe, I can control the emitter's position based off of the light's position in theory, which is really convenient to have that kind of a control of where the emitter is going to be, and that's Z space included. So that's pretty neat. But a lot of people don't have particular, and they get After Effects and then get depressed because they're watching all these tutorials online. They're like, why can I not do this stuff? They don't realize that you have to purchase particular in addition to the package. So let's see if we can create that same sort of control with Particle World. Let's create a new solid and let's apply Particle World. Okay. Now Particle World's a pretty sweet little plugin. Make some room so you can see it. Pretty cool little plugin, but it's got some limitations. If we come down, well, first off, let's just kind of get ready, turn the floor off, and then under particle, let's make it shaded sphere, just so it's a little bit prettier. And all right, so under here we have the producer, which has, and let's bring, even though they say 0, let's make sure that we're dealing with just it's coming out of one single point. There's no size or mass to the radius of, you know what I'm saying. All right, so in theory we have the X position, X position, that's a good word. We have the position X, Y, and Z. So if we could take those positions and parent them to maybe a null object, which we might want to call controller, if we take them and parent those same values to these position values, in theory, we can move the controller around, and that will move around the position of the, of the particle emitter. That'd be kind of cool. So let's give that a try. Well, we want to, since they're separate values, we want to take the controller and let's apply separate X, Y, Z, just so we have a value for each. And then let's come into here, and I'm going to make myself a little bit of room. Okay. We got our X, Y, and Z of the controller, and then here under producer we have the X, Y, Z here. So let's all click on X and drag it up to X. Let's all click on Y and drag it up to Y. And then let's all click on Z. And guess where we're going? Yep, you got it. We're going to drag it up to Z. All right. So now these positions are going to be directly connected to these positions. So let's go in and see if it worked. All right. Make it so we can see if we take this X position, again with the great word X position, if we drag it over to the right, nah, it's not happening. Well, it's appearing for a second, but then it's disappearing. And the reason is because we're looking at a totally different scale. If we take the null object and bring it over to halfway, then let's come down here, and I'm going to disable the expressions for just 1 second. Producer, expressions. Actually, I could just hit EE, that works better. Let's just disable these expressions for a second. Okay, to bring my particle emitter over to halfway, that's at like 26 or 27, whereas this is at 290. Totally different scale. So what we need to do is we need to find out what the ratio is. You know, if we move to 27 here, obviously it's 290, but that's not easy to calculate. So let's just bring the emitter to, let's just say, 0.4. Okay, and then we'll bring it back to the beginning so we can see kind of the exact position. Okay, then let's do the same thing with this X value, and let's bring it to right about. Okay, it's going to want to jump. If you just hold on Control, you'll have it. It'll be a little bit more pinpointed. Looks like about 517 is about right. So that means that when it moves over 517, it's a 517 to 0.4 ratio. Random. Okay, so let's actually, I just found out Google is actually a calculator, which is kind of convenient. So we need to take 0.4, and then divide it by 517. And let's see what we get. 0.000773 blah 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 blah. Cool. Random. Let's take that number, let's copy it, and now what we want to do is reset that back down to 0 and resetting that back down to 0. We want to take these guys, putting the expressions back on, we want to take that value and still do the same thing, but now we want to multiply it times that number. So times that number. Do the same thing here, put it at the end, times or star, or shift 8 if you have never done that before. Shift 8 star and that number. Okay, so now it's being controlled, but it's also multiplying times this crazy fraction of a percent. So now let's see if we have the control. Okay, we'll set our position and move forward a little bit, and hopefully, sweet, it looks like we have control now. So by just doing a little bit of simple math, we now can control. Let's do the same thing with the y. Let's move it forward and move it up, or move it down, whatever. So it appears that all we need to do is just some simple multiplication times a crazy small number, and now we have complete control of the position of the emitter. So, and I mean, if you have particular, you don't need this at all, but if you're cheap and wanted a quick free tip, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this. Obviously, you can do whatever you want with it. From there, I'll let you take it, but just want to show you that little technique as far as if you wanted to get control of your emitter value, position value. Yeah, sweet. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.